There we go. Here goes my lack of planning. Right the fuck, right on schedule. Fucked up right out of the gate. Son of a bitch. How's everybody going today? Um, I have a book review to do here. In case you couldn't tell from the title, and I had it pulled up here, and it's suddenly not working. As you know, but why the hell would it work? Son of a bitch. Actually, I have it pulled up. It's called the Book of Numbers. It's written by some asshole you guys may know as what's his name? What was it? Aaron Cleary, something like that. Anyways, oh boy. Okay, thank you for taking me to the wrong fucking section of the book. God damn it. All right, I'm gonna have to back out of this. I have the book pulled up. I had it pulled up. Well, I think I've only done one or two reviews on a book or product or something like that. But something like that, usually, I mean, obviously, I don't want to give away the whole product. So I think the last one I did was also a book by Aaron Cleary, and it was "Sanity is the Future of Wealth," and that book had a foreword or it was a foreword. Basically, it kind of gave you the premise of the book, without getting into the whole meat of the matter. And so, you could safely at least read that. This book I didn't realize until now because it was just something I had picked up just to, kind of check out. It was more of an academical study. It's not. It's put it as it contained information that I already know, or at least had an idea of. There you go. Book of Numbers. I'm gonna have to look it up. Let's see, Aaron Clary. Yeah, this book does not do that. It just jumps straight into it. I guess the first chapter kind of is forward, and it starts off, man in Minneapolis, and basically, he talks about how he started the site. He'd go to parties, basically. Minneapolis, in case you didn't know, it's kind of like Seattle or LA or Portland or Detroit or New York or places like that. More blue left leaning. Let's just put it that way. Let's just say Aaron leans a little bit closer to the red or right side of things. And he'd go to the place, and talk to people, and he'd have somebody eventually finds that out. And apparently, if politics gets brought up there, you're not part of the in crowd. You're not part of the politics there. Then suddenly, that just grinds things to a halt. And so what he would do, he started he would have PDF files and carry CDs or something, because remember, Cappy's H-in. But eventually he starts a blog. You can find it at was it captaicapitalism.blogspot.com. I probably should have put that in the description too. And so rather than having to upload a CD, and that's kind of like, hell, I don't know if people do this today, instead of just, getting in the backseat of the car and just tearing off each other's clothes and just going straight at it, okay, are you okay with doing this? I don't know. Do people actually sign consent form these days? Who fucking knows? Taking the time to find a condom and put it on, and then all this other stuff. It just slows the goddamn. It just slows the beat and everything down, and people start losing interest. Like it just fucks things up. So I guess having a blog, it kind of it streamlined things. It still didn't help his cause. Because I don't know if you do this. You go to parties to have a good time, not to get in the debates about politics and shit like that. But that's how he got started. He got started, Cappy has a background in economics and finance and stuff, and so he's good at doing models and all this kind of stuff. And what this book does, here we go. Oh, here it is. Okay, cool. That's perfect. I can read that. Cool. All right, we're a little bit back on track here. Well, what Cappy has done is he is now applying this to the dating market. Namely, I don't know if you do this, men tend to be the ones that unless you're doing it right, more on that later. Unless you're doing it right, men tend to be the ones that are the pursuers when it comes to the dating market. Women being the ones that are chased. If you listen to this program or any of my other stuff like on the website or maybe an Instagram or something like that, my stance as far as that goes. But this book was written for kind of the average person. And what it does is it details basically, what you want, what you're going for as far as dating women goes, what the end goal is, what your likelihood of getting the end goal, what it's going to cost you, in terms of finance, in terms of time, and in terms of your, a lot of people don't think about this, your mental and psychological health. And whatever the, whether the return on investment is actually worth it. Dark Mavis, what the best part of a club sandwich is? The goddamn bacon. God, it's been a while since I've had a club sandwich. It's been a while since I've had a sandwich, period. Actually, that's a lie. I had the what was it, the chicken sandwiches that McDonald's has put out recently. That was last week. Not bad. Dark Famous. Go check out the channel Dark Like Dugan if you have not already. He does a show every real regular show actually. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. All right, so we got the description of the book here. You can go find it on Amazon. Let me see, how much does this damn thing cost? It's $16.95 if you get it in print format. It is $7.95 if you get it in Kindle, which I did because I'm lazy. I probably should get more of these books, just like Santa's Future of Wealth. Probably should get them more in print formats because, stuff like this, it's gonna start disappearing. If it starts going a little bit too far away from what they say is supposed to be, supposed to be allowed, acceptable to society. If you guys look at the thumbnail, current book I'm reading right now is by a guy named T.J. Martinell. Go check him out, by the way. What's this? Is Mountain Pass Podcast? What's it called? Let me look that up real quick. I think it is. Which I don't know if he still just does. I don't know if he just goes on YouTube anymore. He used to record these so you could download it. Okay, even though my schedule, I just want to say what's up. Peace. Yeah, you work. You do these. When I'm at work, so I have something to listen to. Man, it's cool. Oh, there we go. TJMartinell.com. That's what it's called. Okay, there we go. Go check him out. I'm reading his book now because I finished all of Aaron Clary's. It's just so I can have something. I'm getting back into reading, which is why I'm subsequently doing these reviews. Yeah. This is what I get when I start adding cream back to my coffee again. Now I have to mute the mic so I don't cough directly into it. Anyways, probably should get this in print as well. But let's go through the description. The world economy and its entire historic economic production has been fueled by one thing and one thing only: sex. Specifically, men's desire to have sex with young and beautiful females. It's not specifically female youth and beauty per se, as much as it is the fertility these things signal. But make no mistake about female youth and beauty. I don't know why there's a comma there. Female youth and beauty has powered the world economy since the beginning of time, and men are the economic engines that run on it. Consequently, in their pursuit of women, men have not only produced nearly every penny of GDP, but have created nearly every technological innovation in the history of the world. They built civilizations from the ground up, cured diseases through amazing medical advances, laid incredible multi-trillion-dollar transportation and communications infrastructures. And it isn't even these great Herculean achievements of man, as much as it is the daily grind billions of men today and in the past went through to attract a wife and support a family. From waking up in the morning, to going to school, to suffering a commute, to working overtime, to hitting the gym, to majoring in STEM, to going to war, even to the granular level of choosing which shirt to buy or what car to finance. Nearly all of a man's post-pubescent life is directly or indirectly dedicated towards the pursuit of women. And if there are no women, 90 trillion in global GDP and 360 trillion in wealth could simply disappear overnight. And the army of 50 billion men who existed on this planet would never have produced the 3 quadrillion in total historic GDP that built society. Without female youth and beauty, humanity will simply not exist. But there is an opposite side to this total historical global GDP coin. Because while society screams bloody murder over wealth and income gaps between the sexes, nobody asks how all this economic production, let alone these financial disparities, came about. And while men no doubt out-earn women and own the lion's share of global wealth, it is only because for every penny of GDP man's labor was put into it, that for every technological innovation, a man paid a price in terms of time, effort, toil, and mental energy. And the 90 trillion in global GDP we see today is not just cryptically, quote unquote, the total economic production of the world, but can also be viewed as the total price men pay for their pursuit of women. And this essay asks just one simple question: is it worth it? To date, no serious economic analysis has been conducted on what is nothing short of the most important economic question facing men. And since men will likely account for the majority of economic production and technological or technical innovation in the future, this also makes it the most important economic question facing the world. However, while the economic ramifications of men's pursuit of women are truly global, this essay has no grandiose ideas of convincing the world, let alone the economics profession, about the importance of whether it is in the men's best interest to continue this pursuit. It only cares about the individual man reading this essay and whether the pursuit of women is personally worth it to him. In that regard, this essay aims to inform the reader about the real mathematical chances of success he faces in the pursuit of women, as well as the modern day risk, so that he may make an informed economic decision as to how he best invests his life. It also aims to align the reader's expectations with reality, so his life is not ruined by the delusion or hope, both of which have ruined millions of lives in the past. Put in short, this essay is nothing less than the most important cost-benefit analysis any man will read, which makes it mandatory reading for any man who wishes to take his life seriously. And I most certainly hope you do, because you only get one of them. So that is the description of this book here. Let me get through the comments so I don't get lost here. Hard copies of the book are going to be important in quote unquote the end. They want to control their information intake, so they want all books digital. Build a library. 100% agreed. Dark. I don't know if you know if you looked at the thumbnail. So by the way, go check out Dark's channel again. Dark Like Dugan. Real strong, man. Real strong with the thumbnail. With the thumbnail game. But the book on the left is called The Stringers, and I just got through chapter 2 of that. And in case you don't know, TJ, he lives over in the Cascades. He lives near a town called Leavenworth. Look it up. I've been there before, and I met him there as well. You know, it's a real nice town. And you know, it's pretty pictures. But he grew up in I don't think he grew up in Seattle. I think he grew up in Bellevue. That's where this his story there is it's set in, I guess is the way to put it. And but I tell you what, I mean, just so far, and he's described what the book is about. It's a fairly long read. I think it coach you 9 hours. I'm a pretty quick reader, so probably going to take me a little bit less. But yeah, a lot of this, from what I've heard, a lot of the dystopia stuff that's going on right now is in that book, and he wrote it quite a while ago, a few years ago, I think. So definitely go check that out right now. I mean, I'm only a couple chapters in, so I can't officially recommend it, but from what I've read so far, it's a pretty good read. The Path Unknown. Go check out his channel too. That's my buddy Chris. I don't remember exactly where he lives, but me and him met each other through Aaron Clary, funny enough. He puts out his own book reviews, and a lot of I think he has a degree in biology or something, so he knows a lot of that stuff. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, go check it out. So it's usually about 2 or 10 minutes long. He's in Florida. Okay. Yeah, he also does like some other random stuff, which I'll be dead honest with you. I mean, sometimes I'll watch stuff, you know, sometimes I'm interested, you know, maybe ironically speaking, since I'm doing a book review, like I tend to not tune into many book reviews. I'll tune into some of the stuff. I don't know. Generally, I want to read it for myself. I know he from the titles I can tell he gets deep into them. But yeah, you know, go check his channel out. He does some random stuff too, where he's just kind of like he talks about whatever is on his mind. I don't know. For whatever reason, I'm more inclined to tune into that. I think that's why Aaron likes tuning, like, because sometimes I'll just go off on tangents like this. Let me make sure I didn't get lost here. What's up, Bacon? I'll get a review for Curse of the High Q out later today. I've read that book as well. Shoot, I need to do my own damn review on that. That might mean I'll need to read it later today. Jeez, talk about a depressing freaking book, man. God, if you're listening to this, you're probably smarter than the average bear. Definitely go get that book too. Yeah, you'll be depressed and you know, miss a thoroughbred towards society too, just like me. Definitely helps buffer the stoop in society. I think that was what post he had on Instagram as well. I don't remember his handle. Chris, put your Instagram handle in the chat so people can go find you. Stephen Crumley. Why does that name sound familiar? Hey, from Tennessee again, my brother. Okay, there we go. Found you in Dark Like Dugan. Oh, cool. Thanks for joining. Dark Mavis is waving at him. Yeah, I'm in Florida. Perhaps you want to get a collab set up one day. Just saying, yeah, go ahead. Message me. Yeah, I'm down to do one. From what I remember, your ass wakes up at like 4 or 5 in the morning, dude. Like, I don't know. Dude, I'm up till like you know, I guess that'd be around your time, 5 or 6 o'clock Eastern Standard. But I don't know. Maybe if it's around this time, you know, or something like that. I don't know. Seymour 1210. There you go. Okay. Probably should get back on subject. Oh boy, this is a great book review here, you know. Okay. Totally on topic. But I mean, as you guys tell, I mean, let's put it this way. He gives kind of you know, his premise, you know, his background in economics, his background, you know, making models, you know, crunching numbers, using Excel. You guys remember what Excel was? Actually, I remember I had to learn that in talk about Kirsty High IQ. I think there was a interview for like some testing product. I actually had to learn Excel on the fly, of which I've forgotten all of that. But you know, he's really good at you know, crunching numbers and like you know, getting something useful out of it. Lonnie Aztec Patriarch, what's up, man? You still putting out content on your channel? I'll go check you out. I'll go check you out after this. He's really good at numbers, and so from what he says about this book, this is the first one. Maybe I don't know if it's completely true. I haven't checked, but he from what he says, this is the first kind of study of its kind. You know, basically, you know, showing whether it's worth it chasing women, especially today. And the book is it's in 3 parts, or I should say 4 parts. The first part is, you know, what you're going to get. What's out there? What's in the dating market today? Not really been too busy. All right. Well, good to know. But basically, what's out there on the dating market? Red Sings the Blue goes live in 30 minutes. Okay, cool. Go check out Red Sings the Blues, by the way. Talk about a guy who also puts out a monster amount of content. And he goes into the numbers, and I mean, if anybody's been in the dating market, you know, like whether it's, you know, in person, you know, all 3 of you, you know, or it's, you know, online, you know, it's dating websites and more likely the dating apps, you know, Tinder, Bumble, Plenty of Fish. What the hell are the other ones? Chatter Date? What the fuck? Happen's been a real disappointment. Happen I thought would be pretty decent because the way that one works, it takes your location and it kind of works like the and I'm fine with doing it with this device because it's not really attached to anything legal. It kind of works like the like if anybody actually got the you know, the COVID tracing app, which I'm glad I don't have the numbers you know, like some of the other people who've broken past the 4-digit mark, because then that would have gotten this either demonetized or taken down. Basically, you know, if your location is near somebody else's, like it kind of meets you up with them. You know, so You guys bet near this city corner, or near this area or this city or whatever. Like, you can swipe, you can click on each other, and then you could maybe talk something. That has been a major disappointment. Baidu, that's another one that's been on too. Chispa's a dating app for Latinos. Chispa, can I get on there even if I'm only like half or a quarter% Mexican? What the hell? Oh, Chris is messaging me. Okay. I just hope Aaron's numbers are legit. Andrew Yang claims to be a numbers guy. Andrew Yang has also never worked a day in his life, from what I've seen. But his numbers are all fucked up. No kidding. Yeah, universal basic income. That's gonna save our economy. Just like our Trump and Biden bucks are supposed to save everybody. Still have not got my $1,400, by the way. That was just going to go into more bonds or something. Anyways. But he goes into it's in 3 chapters. I'll just put it this way. What's out there for the data market? And he defines, what the end goal, the mission accomplished. You have the mission accomplished. I guess if you went the route of the 50s and you got happily married, with 2.5, maybe 3 children. And more importantly, you not only stayed in that marriage till death do us part, but you're actually happy in that marriage. And the numbers, God, from what I remember, like, to actually get to that point, and a lot of us, we know this. God, it's like it's in like the 1%, 2%, something like that. I can't remember exactly what it is. Dark says my stimulus from my family was $304. Really? Damn, how much do you make? I know there was a hard cutoff for this one, actually. I'm going to have to check that out. All the white girls I've dated are insane. All right. Now, I don't know what it's like. I'll tell you real quick. I guess it sort of is related to this little day story. Boss at the time, I had worked in not San Bernardino, like Pomona or like that area, kind of like the mountain areas. We were setting up the fiber optic lines for Verizon at the time. It was Fios, but he had paid me he flew me out to Fort Lauderdale, and he had paid me basically. He had a van out there that he wanted to driven back. And the first night I had driven out of there, I stopped at this truck stop, and I was talking to this black lady who was darker than she was, kind of black. It's purple, damn near. The long story short, I tried to get things done with her, and we end up going back to her place, and as like I'm going for the move, she's like, I don't really like sex, but if you gave me $20, I'll do it. And I just said like no. I just went ahead and kept driving. I think I made it all the way to like Mobile, Alabama, before I decided to stop there. But yeah. But hey, you think that's bad? I mean, I grew up in LA, I hear, like Lakewood, Hilltop area here, or, like ID District or Big Hill's kind of the same thing. Try dating the black woman, man. Yes, it just got dark in here, damn it. Yeah, I know the white girls are crazy. The black ones are worse. Ask me how I know. Hinge was the other one where females message you. Yeah, all of them, they kind of go there. Fun fact, I actually got kicked off of Hinge after like 24 hours. I only got it because Vince, a Baskin Geek, said it was a good one. Honestly, I don't use dating apps. It's usually a bunch of entitled white girls that think they're all that. I hate to break it to you. That transcends race, man. Yeah, that's nationwide. Probably damn near half the world wide. This whole hemisphere wide. Oh well. All right. Well, hell, you're hearing kind of what I'm talking about here in the damn chat. You know, these guys are presumably out kind of in the dating market. Or at least they have their toe or they have a line out in the water. So just from that alone, you can kind of get an idea of what's out there. And numbers kind of bear, it factors in quite a few things, How many women out there don't have a major deal breaker? Like, I don't know, an incurable or major STD. How many women don't have someone else's kids? How many women, don't have six figures of debt, from a college degree that they can't use, so they work at Starbucks, or they're waiting to become. I still remember I was asking people a long time ago, like if they were going to college, because there's a major college area, and what was it, University of Washington? I'd ask people what they were going to school for and kind of what they were planning to do. I remember there was one girl, she was getting a degree in, I think it was psychology. She was going for a graduate, and her end goal was to work there and teach it, and she was getting a stipend for it. And you look up how University of Washington gets its funding. It's like, I think it's like 3/4 or 85% federal or something like that. So we're paying for her living, basically. Being on the sex offender registry. I don't know how many women are on the sex offender registry. What the fuck was that? I don't know. I don't think that was in the book, but yeah, I guess or the likelihood of them to put you on that. How many women are on some sort of psychiatric medication? Or even, I don't want to give all of them away, but you guys know what they are. How many women are carrying an extra 80 pounds of extra stored energy around with them? Not lean mass, but fat. How many women don't have that? Just that alone cuts your chances down. Now, how many women are going to actually, be interested in it takes the premise that, what was it? The average Joe 5. So like you're a 5 out of 10 on this go, your average looks, average income, average penis length, I guess. I don't know if he goes into that. Average looks, average personality, just average. How many women are going to be into you? How many are going to marry you? How many are going to stay married to you? How happy are you going to be with them? How many women are going to take your kids away? All that kind of stuff. So that's part one. Part two, it's the cost, what you put into it. He goes into the actual financial cost, How many women are you asking? How much does it cost to actually take these women out? Like he's saying, he's dating again. So Juan's in this market. Juan, get this book. Actually, I think you said you commented on the numbers or something. How much does it cost for a wedding? How much does it cost for a divorce? Did you know? I mean, that's been a stat for a while. I think the stat's a little bit higher now. But the average is what is like half of all marriages in a divorce. And then of that, I'm a lot more bleak with my numbers, just based on what I've seen and what I've witnessed. Maybe 20% of the ones that's, like actually stick around long term or lifetime or whatever are actually happy. I mean, but it's not just those direct explicit costs. A lot of those times, again, time is the only thing you really get. I grew up in New York, and my ex family was all in them. Should I put that on screen? I think I will leave that one off screen, Chris. You know, there's some things I just don't put out there. Because let's just say neither side of the law will be very happy with me. I'm just saying. But there's the implicit clause, there's time that you spent chasing the women and paying for the women and courting the women and marrying, versus the time you could have spent doing other things. Like, I think, what was it? Like, if you had taken, I think it was, what was it, like $250,000, $300,000, something like that. You spend a lot just chasing them. And that's just if you're doing it average. Your odds of getting the girls or, succeeding that, obviously they increase if you do it more. I mean, that's what I did, when I was doing the whole pickup artistry thing. I was spending time, I was reading the forums, which are still ongoing at the time. What was it, talked on Red States the Blues chat, about the pickup artistry thing at the time, and the mystery methods and all this other stuff, and going out there, putting in the time, asking all the girls out, getting shot down half the time, half the time getting numbers, going on dates, sort of, quote unquote, going out there, hooking up at their place or in the back seat of a car and all this other stuff. And truthfully, I was doing a lot of that because this is back in, the times where, what was it, back the Great Recession? Like, basically I had nothing else going on because I was unemployed. So I had nothing but time to do this. But if you're chasing girls like that, I mean, it really is a part-time, for some people. Ask Donovan Sharpall, it's a full-time damn near job. So what if you had taken that time, let alone the money, and put that, I think, what was the example? You just threw it in the S&P, just threw it in the index, with a guaranteed rate of 5, 6, 7, 8%, whatever is return over time. And it was like some astronomical, it was like in the millions. And again, not to give the whole book away, but that's kind of a lot. Now, I think he did that. It was like over the lifetime or something, which I don't know if you do this, if you save all your money till you have 6 months left to live, kind of hard to spend millions of dollars, in case you're really hitting it hard with the cocaine and hookers, which even then, I don't know. You wouldn't want to wait that long to actually, again, quote unquote, get a return on your investment. But that's a lot of time. That's a lot of time and money you're spending getting girls. And again, you got, was a 0.1 or 1% rate of success. And Juan is correct. There is the other end of that. I have to be brutally honest. Most men are overweight or anorexic sons. Soy boy thing, everyone. That's why I'm currently not in the dating market since I let myself go during the corona. You actually, you're getting back into it. So good on you. Hey, but at least you're putting in work. A lot of people aren't. And Aaron, he says that in the book too. In defense of women's, we're going to point out, the women's getting fat, or they're not hitting the gym or anything like that. Oh, God. They all got caught by the feds, so we good. See, that's what happens when you talk about it, man. I'm just saying. God, not to mention the damn feds, Okay. Because remember, if you go to Dark Like Dugan's channel, everybody there is a damn fed, so... He even has one dedicated Fed that always shows up to dislike his show. Oh. Sport Brand is here. 7.5 million is rest of your life money. Shit. Hell, since we're plugging air stuff, go check out his book, Poor Richard's Retirement. He actually goes into how much, if you practice minimalism and, you focus on what's really, worth it in life. You know, how much you could actually really retire on. And spoiler alerts, instead of six figures, out the sevens. Those seven figures would be nice to have. S&P has outperformed every stock of the U.S. Yes, you're 100% correct. Mark Mavis, what's up, Sport Brand? Oh, where the hell we going? But yeah, going back to Juan's point. Yeah, he does talk about that, you know, in defense of the women out there, like, who are they going out there for? And I do want to make this point a little bit later. I do have my own conclusion from this. You know, how many men, you know, not just at Corona, but just in general. I mean, just Corona's just the Corona, you know, thing is just it's just an excuse of it's just the latest thing. But this has been going on for a long time. You know, how many guys are overweight? You know, or you know they're quote unquote skinny fat, or they they're on a diet of soy and all that stuff. You know, they just haven't gotten off the couch. You know, maybe they are the stereotypical person. You know, eating Cheetos and drinking Mountain Dew and playing video games, watching porn in their mom's basement or their attic or whatever. You know, how many of them aren't going out there? Maybe not necessarily to earn the six figs, you know, or become engineers or something. But how many of them aren't spending time to go learn to be a plumber? You know, like they're just they're not out there achieving and doing. They're not hitting the gym. You know, so they're not what women would be attracted to. What's up, Bit? I haven't seen you in a minute. Stephen Crumley. Oh, I guess he's just talking to him. Listen to the podcast, the videos on my options of brand style to build my new other I picked up the other day. Okay, I think it's kind of an inside conversation there. I think I know he's talking about, but it's not. I don't know, unless he wants to put it out there. Steven, oh god damn it! You know what? We're gonna get in side story. God damn it! No offense, man. That goddamn spelling gets on my goddamn nerves. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I just spelt the way I see it. Well, I always get confused. Do you guys do this on purpose? Do you do this just to F with people? It's like, no, it's Steven. It's not Stefan. It's spelled Stefan, man. God damn it. Look, and I grew up with I think I had a cousin or something who spelled it Steven with a V. God damn it, spell it like that. Oh, Jesus. Steven's good people. All right. But, you take those two variables. What's out there in the market, for what you would actually want, and ideally, over the course of 2 million years of human evolution in history or something, versus the 60 years or so of this social designing that we've been going through. You all know the isms and all that other stuff. You want a happy marriage and children and all that stuff. And what's out there on the data market and the odds of that actually happening versus the costs, the explicit cost, the implicit cost, and then probably more importantly, the mental emotion stuff, how many girls have you gone out or tried to go out with and they stand you up? How many girls have, as Dark said earlier, they might end up putting you on a section because they accused you of something and, believe all women. How many people get married, and they get divorced, like how many people like they've had when they've been cheated on with, and or even worse, straight white, well, except with a straight white female, and then oh my god, a kid comes out and why is he my color? Or it ended up being the same color and then find out 18, 21, 30 years later, kid genetically wasn't his. And all the other emotional, psychological tolls. Perhaps those psychologists and therapist bills that you might have to deal with. You know, it's worth talking about Gucci patches. Okay. Cool, good for you, man. Here's the reason I'm highlighting these other things. I know there's side chats, but we'll get to that in a moment. You take all that and you calculate the return on interest. And if you think it's bad, the point, the whole second thing is like the description said, men, whether it's through working, whether it's through innovating, whether it's through going through war and maybe even dying earlier than you chronologically or biologically would have. You spend a lot of your life, if not your entire life, explicitly, implicitly, and I have my own issues with that particular line of thought or reasoning. He does address it kind of in the end, but you effectively spend a lot of your free time not working or sleeping or eating or whatever. I guess eating would be part of it. In the pursuit of women, and it goes back into the ROI. What's your return on investment? And the first part has shocking numbers. I guess the second part, you're going anywhere between 80, 85% to 100%, maybe 110 for an account, going into debt and paying interest and all that stuff. Which I don't know if he gets. I don't know if he gets into that, but I'm gonna throw it in there. What's the return on interest? And it's like 0.01, 0.04, something like that. Again, go read the book. It's like, no, and the whole question, is you take all that and you ask some questions like, is this worth it? And for the average person, keyword there, the average person, the average Joe Fives is put there. Is it worth it? It's a resounding no. And so this then begs the question. So if all this time, getting educated, hopefully getting a return on that investment of education, working these hours, doing this, working on it, or not working on whatever, time it could be spent elsewhere. What do you do with that time? And he has his own answer, but I'll give mine, which pretty much parallels. Is you go out and do other things. Scroll through these a little bit real quick. So Sport Brand, he's talking about, growing Gucci patches. Steven. I'm gonna start emphasizing that from now. Steven. He's working job too. He's passing time faster. He's listening to podcasts and videos. I don't know what kind of podcasts. Maybe it's entertainment. There's nothing wrong with that. Maybe it's educational. Also, nothing wrong with that. He's doing options on brand style for something else that he's doing. No, let me unmute myself. He's doing other things. I'm obviously here. You guys are sitting here listening to this, or you're out. Hopefully, you're out doing other things. And you're doing this while he'll listen to my shows or other shows or something. While he's out hiking, or whether he's sitting or eating or sleeping or whatever. I don't know how you listen to anything while you're sleeping, but I don't know. Go ask him. Last night I went and worked and I listened to a Red show and Ahmed show and some other people's stuff. I went and worked and sort of socialized through work. I came home, I worked out, and I cooked my food and stuff. I'm gonna go work later today. I'll go visit the family. I continue to educate myself. I do my own investments and stuff. I I'm obviously sitting here talking to you, and I'm reading. Obviously, I'm out doing my own damn thing. So I'm doing. It goes back to a point that I off the back. How do you go get the goes? Like it's you do your own damn thing. Hell, like I've talked about the two major exes that I've had before. Let alone the other girls I've got. I've gotten or I've had or whatever. There's Hot Russian X and then there's Bowl of Chaos. Those are two completely very long separate stories. But how did I get him? The Hot Russian X, long story short, met her when she was rollerblading past a ride that I was on at the time. I was actually new to it. Got her Facebook information because I don't know, she either didn't have a phone, she didn't have service for the phone or something like that, or she just plain didn't want to give me her damn number. And off and on, 6 months later, come to find out, she was basically working and going to school like double full time, essentially. So she just did not have the time to go out, but she had made time to go out to this one ride. That was my whole thing. Like, hey, I invite you to this. Like I'm gonna be on this, or I'm gonna be out doing this. Do you want to show up? And hey, if you show up, that's great. And if not, while I'm here, I'm gonna be here doing that anyways. So nothing really to lose there. She shows up, one thing leads to another. Where, hey, shoot, it wasn't even an hour before we end up making out, like literally in front of somebody. Yeah, Buddy West. And talk to him in a minute. Goddamn bacon. I don't know why it's not showing up as a highlight for me. Maybe it's because I'm doing a show. Should be showing up as a highlight. Have you ever read Blood Meridian by Corbett McCarthy? The name of that doesn't sound familiar. The name of that doesn't sound familiar, but the author does. No, I have not. Give me a cliff notes of it. I might pick it up. I don't know. Can you get it on? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna be a millennial here. Can you get it on Kindle? I don't know. Maybe I should get off my ass, take my own advice, and actually get the damn hard copy. I'm gonna guess if you're recommending it, probably is something you should probably get in a hard copy. Actually, no, I haven't. I'm going to leave that up there in case somebody else wants to figure that out. But but that's how I got her. Well, okay, it's kind of the same thing. I mean, we had met. What was it? Off and on, like, I'm at the bar. For the reasons you go to a bar. But I wasn't there specifically for her, and kind of time we met, and that ended up being its own thing. It was after the fucking ride home from hell because my engine was threatening to fall out of the damn car for reasons I won't get into. But I was like, okay, you know what? I'm off for that night. I was off early because the engine was falling out of the damn car. And the sound of passing time post-run. Hey, there you go. Talk about doing your own thing. He's going to go run. He obviously has his own show on here. Go check him out. He's keeping himself in shape. He's taking care of his body and all that stuff. But yeah, I was going to go to this place. I mean, I decided to go to the other one because I know the other one either doesn't have food or it's just not conducive for eating. It's like, I'll go over here because it's going to be quieter. I want to get some wings or something. I'm going to just go kind of pregame here before I go there. And a Bowl of Chaos happened to be there. She was there with a friend. I think it was actually her first time drinking. Or one of her first times. We just sat there, just kind of. I was just gonna be there doing my own thing, anyways. We just sat there and talked for an hour. I kind of took her through a whole roller coaster of emotions there, but it's a whole other story. Long story short, we end up, not only make it out, but we end up, for whatever reason it was, that we get money on my damn bank card. Go tune in the Red Sings the Blues after this. He just went live. We ended up at the bar and basically did everything outside of the major acts. And that ended up being its own whole year change, a roller coaster of insanity, hence the name Bowl of Chaos. But yeah, I mean, those like, I was out doing my own thing, and obviously behind the scenes, outside of, with these girls, I was working on my thing. Like, I'm out there, I'm making money, I'm working out, getting myself in shape, I'm learning different things, The reason I was able to have those conversations, with Bola Chaos or Hot Russian X or anybody else is, because I'm out, I'm listening to podcasts, or creating podcasts, I'm listening to things, reading blogs, writing blogs. It was only writing at the time. Learning different things, Bola Chaos. Turns out she's getting into nutrition. She was learning a lot about things, So we talked a lot about that because, again, world's greatest nutritionist here, hashtag. I knew a shit ton about nutrition. I was writing a lot about it, especially at the time. Now you got to get back into writing that because I got a whole another half of another episode, or not episode, but of shit that I've been doing, experimenting, what do you call it? I got a lot more I need to write down, but I'll do my own thing, It's making yourself, that's that stereotypical, most interesting man in the world. And go out, going on adventures, going, like how girls, on every dating profile ever, say they like to travel, go travel, go experience different things. You come try out new stuff, learn how to, become more flavor, more seasoned. Okay, you're an average Joe 5 in looks, then go work. Whether you're tall or you're short or not, go work out until you're an 8. Go out and learn, go out and adventure, go out and do things. And funny, he makes kind of the same point that I do. Ironically, by not spending your time, just chasing the girls and, and just going on the dating sites and swiping right a million times. I mean, I'm not saying don't do that, but, just, always got to keep that like kind of in the background, It's, again, always better to approach in person, if you can, even these days. But, by working on yourself, you make yourself into the kind of person that, that woman, that marriage material, or, long-term material person will want to be with. You're not just, soy boy video games, porn watching person, living at home or living with a bunch of roommates or something. You're the type of person that, that's worth attracting. In my opinion, that's the way you should be doing things. If you're trying to get the girls, you don't bother chasing. You have them kind of chase you. Steven says, Aussie Educational Pocket. Learn more from docs and pods than anything. Can't help my name. Here's the No, in fairness, I haven't bothered to change any of my legal identifications or anything like that because I don't know, it's just not worth my time. You can always do that though. Change Your Life is the greatest American epic ever written, on par to Iliad. What the hell is that? Young Meridian? All right, yeah, okay, yeah, let me write that down. I have a pen here. I should have a pen. I usually have a pen within reach. Okay. What was it? Okay, I get a pen that doesn't write. Okay, there we go. By who? Cormac McCarthy. Oh, I know why that name sounds familiar. It's the same McCarthy guy that I think he was trying to warn about well, it was like this infiltration, like Soviet ideas or something. And he got shouted down, and then turns out later he was 100% right. Much like a lot of us here. I'm a solid 4.5. 4.5. My wife is a 9. Luckily, I'm married up. There we go. But that's the point. And I guess even if you I mean, let's say you do all that, you make yourself into Chad Chaddius or Tyrone Tyronius, like you end up making 6 or 7 fakes, and you're ripped and you're well cultured, and you got all the other things. By the way, having friends and stuff, you're kind of important to your time too. Again, most important thing in life, aside from your time, is time spent with other human beings, especially the ones that you actually like. So, always keep that in mind. But even if you don't, get the girl, or you don't get the wife, or the long-term relationship, or whatever is it, at least your life wasn't wasted. I mean, at least you went out and you enjoyed things. You went, hell, you went to Disneyland. What's his name? Cynic and Chief is one of Aaron Clare's longtime followers. He's a purveyor of or connoisseur of theme parks. You went out and did things that you wanted to do that also improved your life, and through proxy, whether it's through work or works of art or whatever, possibly improve other people's lives through through finances or technological advances, or just sheer entertainment. You went out and did. You didn't sit there waste your time wondering why you weren't getting the girls. And then I mean that's the ultimate point of this book. Okay, I mean he goes into the numbers, whether that's likely or not. Here's my damn pen. My damn pen. I didn't fucking find it. Whatever. But you still live the life that you wanted, on your own terms. And I mean, I think that's what. I mean, certainly women should do that too. But it's primarily this audience of guys. Doing your own damn thing. So at least when you're on your deathbed, you didn't waste your time. You're not sitting there thinking about what could have been, what I could have done. I mean, at least it was a life well lived. I mean, there's your legacy right there. It's not just having the kids, my legacy or whatever. If you guys are parents or whatever, I mean, that's fine. Hopefully, hell, teach your damn kids this. Especially if you're raising, if you're raising boys, teach them to go out and do their own damn things. For most part, their interest. Because women are going to attach themselves, if they're lucky, they're going to attach themselves to a guy who has their own drive, their own mission. They're going their own direction, going their own way. Where have we heard that before? You're not just sitting there talking about how they're going their way. They're actually out there doing it. That's what you should be doing, whether you get the girls or not. And that'll lead to your happiness. But pretty good book. I think that's his one of his more expensive ones. I mean, Kindle was $8, $16 to get the hardback. As as Dark says to do, and I say to do, and haven't done. I got plenty of actual paperback books. But yeah, definitely go check that out. I already knew for the most part where this book was going, because I lived it and I'm still living it. I also have that kind of mentality, don't tell me the odds, because ultimately I'm going to go out there and do it anyways. If I fail, I fail, but at least I tried. If some lady is lucky enough to actually get me, then good for her. But I did it more as kind of just an academic and entertaining read. But it is a very good read. I suggest you guys go check it out. Read the numbers for yourself. Read the reasoning behind the numbers. Read the message, the underlying message behind it. Come to your own conclusions. Come back and tell me. Email me, bake@thegoddamnbacon.com, or find me on Instagram @thegoddamnbacon. I'll get my Twitter set up this week or next week or something. But let me know what you guys think about it. Let me know what you guys think about this kind of stuff. Doing book review. Do you think it's worth my time to talk about this? Or steer you in a direction of things that I'm reading here. Let me know. leave a comment down. Leave a comment down in the comment section. Let me know what you thought of this. I mean, I know it wasn't just purely a book review. You know, I'll just sit here. I'm talking about other things. You know, I'm talking to the chat and all that stuff. But you know, yeah, I think it's a good read notes. Hell, even if you just get it on Kindle, I mean, what's $8? That's less than a halfway decent scotch at the local place I used to go to before. As Terrence Pop would say, before all the restrictions came out. You know, love to be a volunteer to be on your show. Any topic, sure. I'm down to do that. Oh, I mean, well, thanks to you, actually. And not to besmirch any of the people who subscribed before. I think I actually got a couple of subscribers today, actually. But yeah, like I think like half my audience came here because of you, man. So yeah, dude, anytime. You know what, Dark? While you're here, real quick, go look for. I'm gonna go and put in the chat actually, real quick. I'm glad you reminded me of this. Look up safetyphd.com. That's my buddy David Perodin. He runs a show in here called the Safety Doc Podcast. Oh shit! God damn it! I knew that was the case. Real quick, guy named Abu American. He's a practicing Muslim guy over in Germany. He put out a video that immediately got taken down. I actually recorded that, so I'm probably gonna put it on my Instagram or send it to him. LBRY channel. All right, let's not get too into the weeds here. Let me go to my channel. Oh yeah, 86 subscribers now. Cool. Turn this down. Yeah. This reminds me of a quote. Everything in the world is about sex, except sex. Sex is about power. Huh, that's an interesting quote. God damn it. Hang on a second. I got fat fingers, man. What can I say? Fat fingers and a tiny keyboard. They don't mix all that well, you know. But I wonder why that's not showing up. Oh, can I not put links in my own damn chat? Oh, there it goes. But yeah, Dark, go check him out. I think you should have his information online. He'd be a good guy to have on your show because I mean, Dark like he talks about, you know, I think it's all, you know, kind of wellness, you know, how to best take care of yourself, how to prep for things, and then he talks. I think his last show he had on the guy, he's talking about kind of other things that are going on behind the scenes as far as, you know, the world, society, and government and all that stuff. Yeah, but he runs a show called the Safety Doc Podcast. I'll put that in the chat too. You know, he's always been one of those guys who, for whatever reason, he's stuck at like 400 subscribers or something. Even though, I mean, like every time he's been busy, he's writing another book right now. He also has a book called, what was it, School of Errors? Because he actually worked, he had a doctorate, and, you know, unlike a lot of doctors, actually made use of his degree. He worked a lot in school safety, and you know what was it, $3 billion industry behind it, probably $4 billion by now. I mean, that guy knows his stuff. Like he is very good at what he does. I mean, I think he actually effectively retired, and now is just taking contract work. He's working on a new book now. It's called what was it, The Velocity of Information. I'm actually cited in that book a couple of times. But yeah, he runs a very good show. He's a very good guest, and Nick usually went. He's not doing a show right now because he's been super busy. But I think he actually goes. He usually goes live around the same times you do. 6:30 Pacific time, PM, of course, 9:30 Eastern. I think he'd be a very good guest. If you guys go check his channel out. Actually, I'm kind of curious now. Get out of my damn thing here. What was his last video? Safety Doc Podcast. Yeah, he's at 404 subscribers. Ironic number. In case you guys don't remember, that was the old code for. There's like a URL that didn't show up. It was like we couldn't find it, or couldn't be found, or something. Safety Doc. Oh yeah, it was a show, book, and life updates. Jeez, 3 hours and 30 minutes. That's another. Yeah, like you too, man. Like that guy, he'll go a long time. If it's worth it. But yeah, go check him out. New First Amendment play rules. He has a lot of good guests too. What was it? EHS at the time of COVID, Bluetooth, PP, biological stuff. He had a guy who literally worked in was the most dangerous virology lab in the United States, if not the entire planet. What was it? He had on Matthew Hoover. Again, that's how I found out about you, or found out about CRS firearms, because he had him on. He's had Chad Okas on. Chad Okas is a CPA. He had Margaret Rogue, another good person to have on. She runs the channel Rogue Preparedness. He's had on what was it? Alaskan Crabber. Let's see. Clay Martin, Arthur Green, Concrete Jungle. Joe Dolly and buddy tactical-wisdom.com. He's had a lot of he's got a lot of good content out there, so definitely check him out. And hopefully you guys can get in contact. Actually, I'll if I remember, I'll email him and tell him about your channel. He'd be good. He'd be a good guest to have on. So okay. All right. So there's that. I'll go on for another couple minutes because I want to go listen to Red's show, and I need to eat some protein because I worked out yesterday. And I don't know if you do this if you're trying to grow muscle. You kind of need to eat. Yes, I'll admit AJ was right. CRS actually sent me his info, but to set him up as a guest, I just haven't reached out yet. Oh, okay, cool. All right, we got that taken care of. Cool. All right. Cool. Thanks for everybody tuning in. I appreciate it. Got any last questions? Go ahead and throw them in the chat, or any last comments or something. If you guys have not had already, I'm sure you probably I'll do the mandatory housekeeping. If you subscribed already, hit the notification bell. I do at least try to create these shows, or the broadcast or whatever, ahead of time, so you can get if you hit the notification bell, it means you get notified. Is it 30 minutes or so before that? So at least you gotta have like a little bit of early warning. There'll be some times where I just pop on or whatever, but there you go. I at least try to be professional with that. So, leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about the the book review or the book itself. If you've read, I think Juan read it before. Chris of The Path Unknown is probably going to read it too. Let me know what you think of his book. My review on it, a half-ass review on it, or anything else, or anything you think I should be doing in the future. I mean, again, everything I do here goes back to philosophy. The basic basically I could talk about just about anything, you know. Hell, you can even talk about getting the girls if you want. I think it's FaceTime. All right. Oh. I was waving a hey. How you doing? I don't know if you can. Well, let me try with this hand because there's glare in the background. Yes, I still haven't figured out my lighting. Hello, Daughter Dark. Hope you're doing well. See, Dark, I think he's. I guess even he. I don't need to read it because I know the game, I know the odds and all that stuff. Dark really doesn't need to read it because he's more or less achieved that goal. You know, he's gotten a successful marriage and family and all that stuff. But still, it's good to read for academical purposes. Hell, if you're successful, you can read them like Jesus Christ. Look at what I got to pull off. That 99.9% of the population of men out there aren't. You actually did it. You won. There you go. There you go. Read it for that. Read it and gloat over your enemy and say, "I am the 0.1 or 0.01% of the population population of guys that actually got the girl in the family and all that stuff, and we're happy. God damn it." There you go. It's worth reading it even for that. All right, fornicators, thank you very much for tuning in. You can follow me on Instagram at the goddamn bacon. I had a post that I was going to I tried to put up. Because a lot of you asked, what's the deal with the pictures of the girls and all that stuff. And I had a whole explanation of that. And for whatever fucking reason, I had like all the pictures, I had a nice essay and everything written down. I was like, oh, we're just not going to be able to post it. Why? Because reasons. So what I'm going to do is I'll actually write it out on my damn website. I'll just post it there. Because fuck you, Instagram. You're not going to get your fucking app fixed. I'll go on my own goddamn website, thegoddamnbacon.com, in case you were unaware. Where I've got I think I have a new episode up, and I've got another 15-minute philosophy to finish and narrate and all that stuff. That'll be up, I think, by Wednesday or Thursday. We'll see. Yeah, go check out that stuff. Yeah, go check out Dark's channel, Dark Light Dugan. Check out. One last plug for Aaron Clare. Aaron, the writer of the book. He runs a company called Asshole Consulting. AssholeConsulting.com. I think he does it at $100 an hour. Of how long he has to take to do it, or his estimate of it. Usually, it's being $20, $25, $30, $35. Depending on how long or how frustrating the subject is to him. I've written a couple to him. I'll probably throw in another one because I have a couple of things I want him to go over. If for nothing else, just to fuck with him. But go check him out, AskConsulting.com, and check out his channel. I'll do that real quick. Put that in the chat. Go check out his channel, Aaron Clary. He does a lot of consulting. He'll do his own videos and his own shows at the Clary Podcast. He has another one called the Good Morning Corona Chan. So yeah, go check him out. Good stuff. All right, real quick before I close out here. We're going to be doing a new show this Thursday at 9:30 on ancient history and ancient Sumeria. I think it means Sumeria, but okay, cool. Yeah, I'll check that out. That usually I tune in late because I go to what's his name? Nick August. He's also a pretty good podcast. I'll throw him in too. Why the hell not? We're gonna plug all the things. God damn it. Nick August, he's good. She also runs a show on Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Called Let 'Em Burn. Usually has Bull Rush on there. He has Rob Says. Last week, I guess Rob had some business he needed to take care of. Oh, interesting. See, this is the kind of stuff that Dark does on his channel. Yeah, some interesting stuff on his channel, man. I'll tell you that. But it's a pretty entertaining show, and yeah, usually if I'm late on a Thursday, it's because I'm a moderator in his channel, so I'm there doing that job. Yeah, I'll be tuning into that. Sure. Sorry, voice text. Yeah, check him out too. Oh, that's another thing. He's also a he's not an author. He's a publisher. He runs a magazine called Punch Riot. I think it's punchriot.com. Actually, I'll just type it in like this. Search it on DuckDuckGo or Brave or whatever. I think he has writings there. Rob Says writes there. Vincent Masculine Geek writes there. I think TJ does too. Well, I was supposed to put some writings on there, but I got a lot of other things going on in the background, so I'll do that at some point. But yeah, that's a good magazine. I think it's like $5 or $9 a month or something to get to it, or to get it. But I mean, it's stuff. It's stuff that it's like it's stuff you wouldn't see out in the mainstream. So go definitely check that out. All right, I got things to do. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Until next time, stay free, keep it tactical, and above all else, be chaos, my friends.